Hello shopboys out there, it's a brand new week, so you guys know what that means. A new week with lots of new adventures to be had, and I'm taking you guys along on my adventures that I get up to this week. It's Monday, and I've got a few days off, which meant I was able to have a bit of a lie-in this morning. I then got up and had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast, and I had some lemon curd toast. I watched a bit of TV, listened to a bit of music, and worked on some more of my short stories I've been working on at the moment, and some illustrations. I then colored some of those in, tidied up my office and Dawson Dollhouse a little bit, and then watched some vlogs and some TikToks and some funny dog and cat videos and sea lion videos, and had a cup of tea and some custard cream biscuits, and went some more of The Last Romeo. I was down playing with Bear out in the garden with his favourite rope toy, and it was a lovely sunny day, but there's a bit of a breeze as well, which means it's not as hot as it has been, thankfully. I then sorted my Bluetooth doll out into a new look, and I'll show you guys that. Here's my Bluetooth doll's newest look for you guys. Starting off with the shoes, she's got these white high heel boots on, some blue denim jeans, and then she has this big black leather jacket on, and this beautiful patterned white floral top on, and this white pearl bow necklace, and a black hat, and this is the whole look. And then pasted a snap of a Bluetooth doll's new look onto my Bluetooth doll's Instagram account. Listened to a bit of music and went on some more illustrations, coloured some videos in, and just watched some more vlogs and TikToks and posted some TikToks, and I got myself ready to go off for a walk. And I head off on my walk and had my hat on, my bag on, and my headphones on, and listened to music was on my walk. I then headed up to the high street and went off to the flower shop. I got some flower snaps on there to show you guys. Always got such beautiful bouquets of flowers in that flower shop with lovely roses. They've got a load of dahlias in the bouquets at the moment, which are some of my favourite flowers to get snaps of. They just have such lovely colours and patterns on. I then was having a lovely chat with the flower shop keepers in there and got some plant stats from the plant section. The plant section is so beautiful with all the pretty patterned leaves and the succulents and cactuses, all the plants in the windows and all the plants hanging down. It's like a little jungle in there. I then got some selfies from there and shoot. I was able to get some really cute mirror selfies from there for all the plants and flowers. I then went off to one of the cafes and got some nachos in there for my lunch. Nachos that they do in there are so delicious, and there's some really good music playing in there. And on the way out I got some mirror selfies from there and show you guys. Such pretty mirrors in there and really funky wallpaper and lanterns in that cafe. I then went off and had a look at some of the charity shops. Went off into Aldi and had a look at the Best Buy section, and went off to the bookshop. I love the smell of old books so much. And then I went off to one of the other cafes. I got a milkshake from there. I had a cookie dough milkshake from there. They always do such good milkshakes in there, and I got some myself from there and shoot. Such pretty mirrors in that place and really cute lanterns and prints on the walls. I then went off to one of the craft shops I love going into and had a look on there, and then on the way back had to pop to one of the pubs to use the loo, and on the way up from there I got 2 mirror snaps. Such a beautiful mirror. I then got back and I watched The Sound of Music, such a great musical, and listened to a bit of music, worked on some illustrations and coloured some days in, and wrote a little bit of my journal entry. And then for my tea I had mac and cheese, and I'll show you guys that. The mac and cheese was so delicious, nice and cheesy, just how I like it. And then I was just watching some more episodes of Doctor Who. I've been watching a lot of Doctor Who at the moment, mainly the 10th Doctor era, as he is my favourite Doctor. And then I finished my journal entry for today, put that away, and I'm now off to go and watch today's Home Away and UK Soaps and Love Island, and shall see you for more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Tuesday and I got up early, ready to go off to the garden centre, and I headed off to go get the bus to the garden centre and ended up missing that bus. So I then made my way up to the high street to get the bus from the bus stop across from Aldi, and before that I popped off to the Co-op and got myself a drink and a pastry from there to have for my breakfast. I had this really delicious pastry with icing drizzled all over it, and this apple like crumble like inside sauce in the middle, which I've had before, and it's so delicious. I then made my way off to get the bus to the garden centre, and I got there and not many people were there, so I was thinking, oh great, this bus is obviously not going to be here for a while, but luckily it came pretty early and I got the bus to the garden centre, and I listened to music on my headphones whilst on the bus. I then head down to the garden centre. I got into the garden centre and they've cornered off a lot of the bits of the garden centre already for Christmas. I know they have such an impressive Christmas display. They always go all out, so they start getting all ready pretty early on in like July, September, August, and it's getting me so excited. I love it at the garden centre at Christmas, and I went off to the home section and got some snacks from there that I'll show you guys. Our home section is so beautiful with all the pillows and prints, all the pots and cups and vases and plates and all the really cute little homey bits and all the summer bits in. I then went off to have a look at the plant section, and it's such a huge plant section with such beautiful plant displays with all the succulents and cactuses, pretty plant pots, and I'll show you guys stats I got from there. I had a lovely look around there, and then I head off to the outside section of the garden centre where they have all of the flowers, and they have a dahlia sale on at the moment, so they have lots of beautiful dahlias, and as you guys know, dahlias are one of my favourite flowers to get snaps of. They're such beautiful flowers, and I got some flower snaps on there to show you. I just love all the beautiful colours and patterns on those flowers. They're just so beautiful. I then got some mirror selfies from some of the mirrors they had in the garden centre. They've got such beautiful mirrors at the garden centre, lots of mirrors on the outside section of the garden centre that you can have up in your gardens. And then I went off and had a look around at the stationery section and the plushies and some of the notebooks and clothes they had in the clothes section there, and they had some really cute tops in there. I then got some more flower stats from I just love flower and plant photography so much. That garden centre is so lovely, and I saw and chatted to one of my family friends that was at the garden centre, and then I headed off to get the bus back from the garden centre, and I got the bus to Ulverston and I went off to Square. It's an amazing sandwich place that I always love to go to, and I headed there, and they're so lovely in there. I was having a lovely chat with the staff in there, and I got some Coronation chicken sandwiches with some salad and coleslaw, and got a drink from there as well, and got myself a bit of old school cake, and show you guys that. Coronation chicken sandwiches with the coleslaw and a salad and a bit of old school cake was so delicious. I love coleslaw so much, and I started to eat the bit of old school cake but ended up having to get that to take away. I then headed to Lou and I got a mirror selfie from there, and I'll show you guys that. I then just chilled in there for a little bit, let my feet go down and enjoyed the music they were playing in there, and then headed off for a little stroll. I got some dahlia snaps, and I'll show you guys those. Dahlias so much. They're one of my favourite flowers to get snaps of, with all the pretty colours and patterns. They're just so beautiful. I then popped to the pub just at the top of the hill before heading back into town, and headed there and got a drink from there, and show you guys that. I had an orange and passion fruit away from there and chilled in there, and they had some really good music playing in there, and got chatting to one of my mates who works in there, and on the way out I got some mirror selfies from there to show you guys. They've always got such beautiful mirrors in that pub. I was then chatting with the people who worked there about ghost stories. We were sharing our ghost stories from our pubs that we work in, and then I made my way back down the hill and I was listening to music on my headphones, enjoying the sunshine and blue skies, but there's also a little bit of a breeze as well, which meant it wasn't as hot as it has been, thankfully. I then went off to Tesco's to get drinks for games night tonight at Jen's, and then I got back and I had a cup of tea and a bite of my old school cake that I got from the square, which was so delicious. I was playing with Bear out in the garden. I got my drinks and stuff ready for games night this evening, and I'm now off to go and write a bit more of my journal entry for today and then just chill before going off to Jigsaw volunteering this evening. It's the last session before we break up for the summer, and we're going to be doing a bit of baking and watching a film. I think we might be watching Ratatouille whilst doing the baking, which should be fun, and I'll see you when I'm back from Jigsaw volunteering and from Games Night this evening at Jen's. It's late on in the evening now and I'm back from being at Jigsaw volunteering. It was the last one before the Jigsaw breaks up for summer, and I got there and we're doing some decorating of cupcakes. So we had a load of icing and sprinkles and chocolate buttons to use on the cupcakes, and we decorated these chocolate chip cupcakes, covered them in icing and sprinkles and chocolate buttons, and whilst doing that we watched Megamind. We were going to be originally watching Ratatouille, but then decided to watch Megamind instead. I haven't seen that film in so long. It's such a good film, and I'll show you guys snaps that I got from the last session before the breakup for summer. It was so much fun, and then it was the end of the session and I wished all the kids a lovely summer break, and then I got picked up by my dad. I then got changed into this t-shirt that I had in my bag and gave my dad my Jigsaw t-shirt to take home. He then dropped me off to Jen's for games night, and Tash and Jazz were already there and we were playing some games, and we played this game called Sequence, which is really fun, and then we had some pizza and had some cupcakes for pudding, and I'll show you guys that. The pizza that we had for tea was so delicious, and the cupcakes that Jenny had made were so good. We then played some games on Jackbox TV that Jazz had brought along with her, and they were so much fun. And then Tash and Jazz got dropped back by their dad, and I got dropped back by their dad too, and then got home and I then was just watching a little bit of QI with my mum, and I'm now off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today, put that away, and then get into my PJs and then watch today's Home and Away, UK Soaps and Love Island, and just see more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Wednesday and I got up after a little bit of a lie-in. I then had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast. I had some lemon-curd toast and watched a bit of TV, just a bit of music. I was playing with Bear out in the garden with his rope toy, which he loves. I then got showered and changed and just watched some vlogs and TikToks and some funny dog and cat videos and sea lion videos, and was just working on my short stories I've been working on and tidied up my office, my dog and dollhouse. I then got ready to go off for a walk, and I got my hat, my bag, my headphones on and headed off for a walk. I was listening to music on my headphones whilst on my walk. I was listening to a bit of All Saints, a bit of Kylie, a bit of Spice Girls, a bit of Adam Lambert. I'm loving his new album, it's so good, and was enjoying the sunshine and blue skies, and it was a little bit colder than it has been. There's a bit more of a breeze, which meant it was not too hot, and then it went a little bit overcast, which is my favourite type of weather, where it's not too hot, not too cold, that perfect type of weather for me. And whilst on my walk I got some flower snaps and a few guys days. I had a lovely stroll and was able to get some really beautiful flower snaps whilst on my walk, with such lovely colours and patterns on, lots of beautiful roses. Roses are some of my favourite flowers to get snaps of. I then went off to the castle and I got some snaps of the castle and show you guys. I always say this, but I'm so lucky to have a castle right on my doorstep that I can go and explore. And it's just such a beautiful castle, and King Henry VIII once stayed there, which is really cool. It's now a hotel, but you can still go and explore the grounds and go inside and explore the lounges. And I love the water fountain they have there now, and all the windows on the castle and the chimneys and parts of it that are still there now from when it was a castle, which is really cool. I would love to do a tour of the castle someday. I then went off into one of the lounges that is by the restaurant from the hotel, but I didn't realise you could actually go in there. I didn't think it was where the public could go, as it was next to the restaurant, but a lady said you could go and have a look if you want. So I made my way up to one of the other lounges. I got some snacks on there. So beautiful. There's a massive dining room table with candelabras and chandeliers, and they had a massive fireplace and a bookshelf. I went over to the bookshelf and pulled out one of the books and laughed to myself, because I was like, imagine if there was a secret door behind this bookshelf like in movies. That'd be really cool. And then I was having a look in one of the lounges next to the dining room, and it had lots of really lovely sofas. There's a globe, lots of chandeliers, and some really beautiful mirrors. I then got some mirror selfies, and I'll show you guys those. Those two golden mirrors I got mirror selfies from are so beautiful. I then went off into the gardens and had a lovely walk around the gardens. I got some flower starts from the rose garden, I'll show you guys. That rose garden is so beautiful, with all the lovely roses with such beautiful colours on. I then headed off from being in the castle, and on my way out I got a snap of this beautiful window with all these flowers around it, and I'll show you guys that. So beautiful. I love all the windows in the castle, all the stained glass windows, and had a lovely time exploring the castle. I then headed off up to the high street, and whilst on my way up to the high street I was listening to music on my headphones. Listened to a bit of the Spice Girls, Girl Power. Love a bit of the Spice Girls. Does anybody remember the Spice Girls movie? Let me know in the comments if you do. Such an iconic movie. I then got up to the high street and I headed off to have a look at some of the charity shops, and went off to the book shop. I love this one of old books so much. And then went off into one of the craft shops and into Aldi, and had a look at the Best Buy section, and then popped to one of the cafes and I got a peach iced tea and one of the bear yogurts from there, and I'll show you guys that. Peach iced tea and the bear yogurt I had from there was so delicious. They do such good peach iced tea in there, and they filled it a little bit too much, but I didn't mind. It was so good. I then chatted to one of my family friends from the Royal Club that was in there, and then went off and had went some more of the shops. I then went off to Surroundings, this really cool shop that sells craft stuff, prints, socks, stationery, pillows, candles, all things I love. And I got some snacks from the home section from there to show you guys. They always have such cool home displays in there, and it's just so cozy in there. I was then having a lovely chat with the shopkeepers in there, and then I headed off, and on the way back I was listening to music on my headphones, and I got myself some lunch from the Co-op. I then got back and I had my lunch that I got from Co-op. I had some chicken Caesar wraps, some barbecue hula hoops, which are my favourite type of hula hoops, and got myself a cola and had that on my walk back. I then was just listening to a bit of music on my headphones and working on some illustrations and cutting some of those in, and working on some more of my short stories I've been working on. And then me and my mum were just watching a little bit of Warehouse 13, and I got a snap of Bear on the sofa, and I'll show you guys. It's so adorable. I was then playing with him out in the garden as a rope toy, and then watched Escape to Country, Firebrand, and a little bit of Garden Rescue. Love that show so much. I was then just working a little bit more of my journal entry for today, and then my dad got back from being at fishing and he bought us fish and chips to have for tea, and I had some fish cake and chips. I'm sure you guys that. The fish cake and chips that I had for my tea was so delicious that I'm not off to go and finish my journal entry for today, put that away, and then I'm going to be watching today's Home and Away, UK Soaps and Love Island, and shall see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Thursday and I got up early ready to go off and meet Tash for some breakfast. We decided to go off to the Swan in the High Street, as we hear they do really good breakfast in there, and I had some bear cuddles with Bear whilst getting myself ready to go off and meet Tash for some breakfast. And I was finding it quite hard to get up and at him this morning because last night I started rewatching Supernatural, which is on Prime now, all 15 seasons, and I am already on season 2. Bearing in mind there's 15 seasons and 22 episodes in each season, or maybe more, and I'm already on season 2. I just love that show so much. Joe Padalecki and Justin Eccles, what hunks, and I was absolutely heartbroken when it finished, so I'm loving rewatching it. And then I got out the door and I had my headphones on, my bag and hat on, and listened to a bit of music, and my eyes were a little bit blurred. It was like taking me a bit of time to get my eyes adjusted to the outside, and as I got up to the High Street I started to wake up a little bit. I then got to the High Street and got to the pub where we were going to be having some breakfast, and I sat outside and waited for Tash to arrive, and she was running a little bit late, and then I felt a tap on my shoulder, and it was my mate Joel, who was meeting one of our mates at the Yard, this cafe across the road from where we were. So he sat and chatted with me for a bit, and then our mate Freya arrived and they went off to the Yard for some coffee. Tash then arrived and we ordered our breakfast, and I ordered some pancakes. She also had some pancakes. She had some American style pancakes. I went for some banana and whipped cream and chocolate sauce pancakes with a pot of tea, and tea came with a little Biscoff biscuit, which is so cute, and I'm sure you guys that. The pancakes I had from there was so delicious, and that certainly woke me up. And then we went over to the Yard where Joel and Freya were, and I had a nice chat with them, and then went off and got drinks from there, and I got myself a can of Coke and had that before I walked up to the garden centre. I then wished Tash, Freya and Joel a lovely rest of their days, and thanked Tash for a lovely breakfast, and then she headed back to the flat, and then I popped to my workplace as I needed to borrow the loo, and on the way out I heard my name being called, and my older sister and her mate and their son were there having some food, so I ended up chatting with them for a little bit. I then made way up to the garden centre, my happy place, and whilst on the way up there I had my cola and listened to some music on my headphones. I was listening to a bit of Kylie, a bit of All Saints, a bit of Spice Girls. I have such a large range of music taste, love a bit of anything really. I then got into the garden centre and head off to the flower section and got some flower starts from there. They've got such beautiful flowers in that garden centre, lots of roses and dahlias, which are some of my favourite flowers to get snaps of. They've got such beautiful colours and patterns on. I then head off to the plant section and got some plant starts from there. Our plant section is huge. They always have such lovely plant displays in there, with such beautiful plants with all the succulents and cactuses and pretty patterned leaves and plant pots, and the animal themed plant pots are so cute. I then went off and had a look around at the plushie section, and there's a stationery and the sweet section and some of the notebooks, and I went off and had a look around at the clothes section. I then ended up getting some more flower stats, and I'm sure you guys those. I just love flower and plant photography so much. The garden centre is my happy place, and I love that yellow flower with the red stripes on. It's so pretty. I then made my way back, and on the way back I went across the road from the garden centre, and they've got a new farm shop that's just opened, so I had a look in there, and I ended up getting some lunch from there, and I had a brie and bacon roll, and I'll show you guys that. So it was so delicious, and it's so cozy in there. I then got a cute mirror selfie from there on the way out, and I'll show you guys that. I love all the lanterns hang above, it's so pretty in there. I then head back, and whilst on my way back I was listening to music on my headphones and had some cola I got from the garden centre on the way out, and then I got a snap of some sunflowers on my way back to show you guys. They're such beautiful flowers. Dahlias, roses and sunflowers are three of my favourite flowers to get snaps of. I then got back and I had a pot noodle and listened to a bit of music. I was listening to a bit of Adam Lambert's new album, which is so good. I then wrote some of my journal entry for today and was working on some illustrations, cutting some of those in, and then rewatched some more episodes of Supernatural. I'm now going to be chilling before going off to touch rugby this evening, and to see a bit more of the vlog when I'm back from that. It's late on in the evening now, and I'm back from being at touch rugby. So my older brother picked me up, and I got ready, and we went down to set up, and then my older sister arrived, and some of the others arrived, and there was a good turnout, and it was so much fun. I did some really good passing, catching, even did a few dummies and was zigzagging around the pitch, and I scored a try. I scored a try from diving onto the try line from quite far away, and was doing some quite fast running. Surprised my older brother, he didn't think I was that fast. Almost scored a second try, and did manage to fall over, but managed to cling onto the ball and not drop the ball, which is the main thing. I then got dropped back by my older sister, and we had to stop off at Tesco's before, and then got back, got showered and changed, and got into my PJs. And then for my tea, I had some bacon wraps with some fried eggs on the side, and I'll show you guys. It was so delicious. My older sister also stayed for tea. She then headed home, and I had a white chocolate magnum for my pudding, which was so good. White chocolate magnums are my favourite type of magnum to have. And I then finished writing my journal entry for today, put that away, and I'm now off to go and watch today's Home and Away, UK Soaps and Love Island, and to see more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Friday, and it's the end of the week and almost the weekend, and I got up early, ready to go off to morning group, and I had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast, watched a bit of TV, and had some bear cuddles, and then I got dropped to morning group by my mum. I got to morning group, and we were doing baking, and it was just me and one other of the morning group members there to start with, as Wendy, who was the morning group, had to pick up the others. They then arrived, and we were doing some baking in the kitchen, and we were making some quiche, and we got all the ingredients ready and got those cooked and put into the oven. And then we had some cups of tea and coffee when having a little tea and coffee break, and had some biscuits, and I got some flower stats from the garden whilst we had a little break, and I'm sure you guys those. The gardens are so beautiful with all the lovely colourful flowers. We then did some colouring pages and wrote out some invitations to invite the parents and carers of the members of morning group for a barbecue next Friday, and we got given things to get for the barbecue for next Friday. And then it was the end of the session, and on the way out from morning group I got a mirror selfie from the mirror in the hallway, and I'll show you guys that. That mirror is so beautiful, and I love that working horse next to the mirror, it's so pretty. I then got back, and I'm going to show you guys a clip of the quiche that I made at morning group. Here's the quiche I made at morning group. It's a cheese quiche, and it has risen beautifully. It looks so good, and I cannot wait to tuck into this. My mum then went off for lunch with our family friend who came and picked her up, and he gave her a present for looking after the cats while they were on holiday. And then I had my quiche with a cup of tea for my lunch and watched Enola Holmes 3, which is such a good movie. I then was just listening to a bit of music, and my dad got up from being for a nap and was just sorting stuff on the garden. He's sorting out the back fence of the garden at the moment, and I was throwing the ball bear out in the garden. And then my mum got back and I had a shave and loved the confidence boost that a beard shave and head shave gives you. Then my dad took Bert off for a walk. I then went off to the shops to get myself a drink for work this evening and got one for tomorrow night that I'm going to keep in the fridge at work for me to have tomorrow evening, so it'll be nice and cold for when I have it tomorrow evening at work. And I'm now off to go and rewatch some more episodes of Supernatural and just chill before going off to work this evening, and just see if more to vlog when I'm back from that. It's late on in the evening now and I'm back from being at work. I'd worked doing 5 till 10, so I got myself ready for work. I then got dropped to work by my dad. I then got into work, got clocked in and put my bag away and got my drink out to have for work, and put the other one I got for work tomorrow night in the fridge, so it'll be nice and cold for me to have tomorrow night at work. I then was just cleaning tables outside. It'd been pretty busy and Tash had been on from 3 till 5 just on her own, so I did a massive clean up of tables outside, and I was polishing some cutlery and put some clean plates and cups away, and polishing glasses and putting those away, and did some food and drink orders and some drinks making. I was doing quite a few pint pouring, and then one of our other colleagues came in at 6 and they were doing 6 till close. I was getting to finish at 10. I haven't done a 10 o'clock finish for a while, so I was very excited to get to be finishing early. And then we had quite a few people in for food and lots of people sitting inside as well as outside, so I was throwing lots of food inside and outside, cleaning tables inside and outside as well, and so on, chatting to some of the regulars. And then it quietened down and I got to finish at about 8ish, which was nice, getting a nice early finish. And then clocked off, got my bag and headed off to the co-op and got myself a chicken curry microwavable meal to have when I got back, and got myself a drink for the walk back and had that, and listened to a bit of music on my headphones whilst on my walk back, and then got back and put my work clothes in the wash and got my clean uniform ready for tomorrow night, and got changed back into my clothes I was wearing before work. I love this t-shirt so much. I've had so many people compliment me on this t-shirt. It's probably one of my favourite t-shirts. And then I had my curry and had a custard donut, a cup of tea that I got from Co-op. I got a bag of custard donuts and they are my favourite donuts, and I'll show you guys. The curry that I had for my tea and a custard donut with a cup of tea was so delicious. I then finished writing my journal entry for today, put that away, and I'm now off to go and watch today's Home and Away, UK Soaps and Love Island, and just see more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Saturday and it's the start to the weekend, and I hope you guys are all having a lovely weekend so far. I got up after a little bit of a lie-in. I didn't have work until 5 this evening. I'm doing 5 till close, and I got my uniform ready for work this evening. I then got showered and changed and had a lovely refreshing shower. It's still so muggy out there. I'm hoping we get some rain soon, as it's just been so hot. We need to cool it down, and it's going to be good for us as well as the plants and the grass. The grass is so dry at the moment. I played touch rugby on Thursday, and when scoring my try, diving on the grass was literally like going onto concrete. It's just so rock solid at the moment, but at least it's gone overcast, thankfully, which has cooled it down. It's just my favourite type of weather, which is not too hot, not too cold, just that perfect type of weather for me. And then I was just listening to a bit of music and read some more of The Last Romeo, had a cup of tea and some of my custard cream biscuits, and watched some vlogs and TikToks and some furry dog and cat videos and seedling videos. I was just tidying up my office and dolls and dollhouse a little bit, and then I got a mirror selfie from my bedroom mirror with the plushes around it, and I'll show you guys that. I love that mirror with the stars around it and all my plushies underneath the mirror. It's just so cute, such a cozy little section in my bedroom. I then was just working on a little bit more of my short story that I've been working on at the moment, and listened to a bit of music, and then I was just finishing off one of my new illustrations, and I'll show you guys a clip of that. Here's my newest illustration for you guys. Starting off with the shoes, she's got these high heel boots on, then she has these flared sleeved jeans with her midriff showing, very 2000s, And then she has this heart cut, long flared sleeved top with this detail on the sleeve, which I love. A little bit of lace. And then she's got some black acrylic nails. She has a ring on, and she has this choker necklace on. She then has a black pom-pom earring, and she has this long flowing hair. And I love the winged eyeliner and the mascara. Faces are one of my favourite things to do in my illustrations. I posted a clip of that new illustration to my Instagram illustration account using this song, Sisters of the Witch by Lana Del Rey, as it's giving me very witchy vibes. I then had some lunch. I had some tuna mayonnaise sandwiches with a cup of tea and some of my custard cream biscuits, and then watched a little bit of Doctor Who, and then I got myself ready to go off for a walk. I got my hat on, my headphones on and my bag, and headed off for a walk and listened to some music on my headphones whilst on my walk up. I was enjoying the lovely breeze, and then I made my way up to the high street and had a look into the child shops. Love a good look around the child shops. Never know what you're going to find. You always never know, because sometimes you can get some really good finds in the child shops. I then went off to the bookshop. I love the smell of old books so much. I was having a lovely look around there, and then popped to Aldi and had a look at the Best Buy section, and went off to one of the craft shops, and then into the Card Factory and to TG Jones. I was having a look at some of the stationery. I love stationery so much. I then went off to the flower shop at the bottom of the high street. I got some snaps of some of the flower bouquets in there to show you guys. They've always got such beautiful bouquets of flowers in there with such lovely colours and patterns on those flowers. Lots of roses and dahlias, which are some of my favourite flowers to get snaps of. I was done having a lovely chat with the flower shop to keep it in there, and I got some plant stats from there to show you guys. There's like a jungle in there with all the plants in the windows. They also have such beautiful plant displays in the windows with all the succulents and cactuses and pretty patterned leaves and plant pots. I then made my way home, and on the way back I was listening to music on my headphones. I then went off to One Stop. I got some cash out for the week ahead. I got myself a drink to have for work this evening, and got one to put in the fridge for work the next day. I then got back and I was just listening to a bit of music. I'm working on some illustrations. I'm working on a little bit more of my short stories that I've been working on, and I was looking on this site that shows new doll releases that are coming out soon, and there is a Mermaid doll, which is this new doll line that's just come out, and there's one which is like a Bo Peep kind of vibe of a doll, which is so cute, and then there's a Krampus Monster High Skeletor doll that is coming out soon, and I really want to get these two dolls, and we should go snaps of those. Now stunning, can't wait to add those to my collection, and I'm now off to go and have a cup of tea and some more of my custard cream biscuits and work on some more illustrations. Kind of saw those with my new pens I got for my birthday, which are so good, and then watch some more episodes of Supernatural. I've been really enjoying rewatching that, and to see more to vlog when I'm back from work this evening. It's late on in the evening now, and I'm back from being at work. I work 5 till close, so I got myself ready for work. My dad then dropped me up to work, and then got into work, got clocked in and put my bag away, got my drink out that I got to have for work. I also got another one to have for work tomorrow and put that in the fridge. That'll be nice and cold for me to have on shift tomorrow. I'm doing a 10 till 3 tomorrow, which means I get to have a little bit of a lie-in tomorrow morning. And it was just me and Tash on shift to start with. So I was just getting some of the cleaning and clothes jobs done that you get done. I was running some food and drinks, and doing some food and drink orders and drinks making, and lots of pint pouring, and there are quite a lot of people sat outside enjoying the sunshine. There's a lot of a breeze, which is nice. It means it's not too hot. I then saw and chatted to some of the regulars, and it was quite busy with lots of people sat outside, so I was cleaning lots of tables inside as well as outside. It then quieted down, and there was going to be another colleague coming on later on in the evening, but we didn't need them at the end, so it's just me and Tash in the end on shift, and we absolutely slayed. I got quite a lot of the clothes and cleaning jobs done, and then we got out for about 11ish. I then got picked up by my mum and went off to Tesco's to get myself some tea, and then got back, got into my PJs, and for my tea I had a tuna pasta side, and I'll show you guys that. The tuna pasta side that I had for my tea was so delicious. We We then watched a little bit of Top of the Pops, and they were doing specials, and we watched a Red Hot Chili Pepper one, and then watched a Girls Aloud one. Love for Girls Aloud. And then I got my work uniform ready for work tomorrow, and finished watching my journal entry for today, put it out away, and I'm now off to go and watch some more episodes of Supernatural, and to see you more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Sunday, and I hope you guys have all had a lovely Sunday rest. I got up after a little bit of a lie-in, as I didn't have work until 10. I then got showered and changed, and I had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast. I was then just watching a little bit of TV, listening to some music, and had some bear cuddles. I then got dropped to work by my dad. I got into work, got clocked in and put my bag away. I got my drink out of the fridge that I put in there last night, so it'd be nice and cold for me to have on shift. I then had some of that, and Tash came in for breakfast before going off to her football match, and I was having a nice chat with her. She then headed off to her football match, and I wished her a lovely time at football. I was then running lots of food and drinks, doing lots of food and drink orders and drinks, making and cleaning tables, and so on, chat to some of the regulars. And we had quite a lot of people sat outside, and was running so much food and drinks. Had quite a lot of big bookings in, and I saw and chatted to one of my mates. And then we had a musician come in and perform some songs from 12 till 2, and he was really good, and it brought quite a lot of people in. And we had Sunday roast on, so I was running lots of Sunday roast, and I was supposed to be finishing at 3, but ended up finishing at 5 instead, as one of my colleagues who was going to be finishing at 5 had netball, so she asked if I was able to stay on till 5 instead, and she'd be able to go off to netball. And I said, no worries, don't mind getting some more hours in, and was able to have a lunch break as well. So I was able to get a lunch break once it was crashing down, and I sat on one of the sofa areas, had my headphones on, and set my alarm to go off when my lunch break had finished, and set that, and was listening to some music on my headphones, and had a cola, and got some of the dirty fries for my lunch, and I hadn't had them in ages, and I'd served some, and they looked so good and smelled amazing, so I got some of those, and I'll show you guys a snap of that. Those dirty fries did not disappoint. They were so delicious. I was then just chilling on the sofa area, and it's so cozy on that sofa area. I was listening to music on my headphones, and I was listening to a bit of the new Charlie X album, which is so good. I then finished my lunch break. My alarm went off to signal the end of my lunch break. I then put my headphones away and put my plate into pot wash, and continued on with my shift, and was running some more food and drinks, cleaning tables, and so on, chatted to some more to burglars. And we had quite a lot of people in for Sunday roast, and the pork belly looked so good. And then it quieted down, so I did a massive clean up. I then polished a load of cutlery and put a load of clean glasses away, and plates and cups. I put so many trays of clean glasses away, it was insane. And then at 3 o'clock, my boss came in. He's doing free till close, and Jazz was coming in at 5, and it was just me and my boss on till 5, and my colleagues I was on with finished at 3. And then I was just doing some cleaning and close jobs to get it done. I was doing some of the 3 PM close jobs and handover jobs that we could do. And then 2 of my family friends came in, and I was chatting with them out in the beer garden for a little bit, and then took out the glass bin and the cardboard bin out to the bins, and then just cleaned some more tables and did some more cleaning jobs. And then Jazz came in at 5, and I then clocked out, got changed into this t-shirt that I had in my bag, and had a nice chat with Jazz. And then I headed off to the co-op, and I got myself some bits from there that I needed to get, and then listened to some music on my headphones, and I made my way back. And whilst on my way back, I was enjoying the lovely sunshine, but there's also a little bit of a breeze, which is good. It's not as hot as it has been, thankfully. And I got some flash sats on my way back, and I'll show you guys those. I was able to get some really beautiful flash sats also on my walk back. I then bumped into one of my family friends also on my way back, so I had a lovely chat with them, And then whilst on my way back, I got a snap of this beautiful butterfly, and I'll show you guys that. That butterfly snap I was able to get a snap of whilst on my way back. It's so beautiful. I love the beautiful coloured wings with those pretty patterns on, and I've been trying to get a butterfly snap for ages now, as there've been so many out and about whilst on my walk, but every time I try and get one it ended up turning all blurry, which is really annoying. So when I saw this butterfly on those purple flowers, I knew I had to try and get a snap. So as soon as I saw it, I got my phone out and was like bam, 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 and finally got the perfect shot of that butterfly, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. I then got back and I put my work clothes in the wash. I got my clean uniform out ready for work tomorrow. I'm doing a 9 till 3. And then my older sister came over and she brought grandma over for tea, and they had done a veggie lasagna for my grandma and sister to have, and the rest of us were having Spanish chicken that my mum was making, and it looked and smelled so good. I then was just working on some new illustrations, colouring some of those in and writing a bit more of my journal entry for today, and read some more of The Last Romeo, had a cup of tea and some of my custard cream biscuits, and just tidied up my office and dolls and dollhouse. And then I got a mirror selfie from my golden bow mirror, and I'll show you guys that. It's such a beautiful mirror, or I should say beautiful mirror. See what I did there? I was then just working on some illustrations, colouring some of those in with my new pens I got for my birthday, which is so good. Read some more of The Last Romeo, which I have almost finished. I've just got that much left to finish, and then I can start reading the last volume of Heartstopper. I was then watching some vlogs and TikToks and funny dog and cat videos, and then it was time for tea, and we had our Spanish chicken, and I'll show you guys that. The Spanish chicken we had for tea was so delicious. We had some garlic bread with it and had some grated cheese sprinkled over the top. Mwah. We then tidied away the kitchen and sat out in the garden having a good chin wag, and then for pudding I had some lemon meringue pie, and I'll show you guys that. The lemon meringue pie we had for pudding was so delicious. We then watched a little bit of the David Attenborough documentary. I love a bit of David Attenborough, and then watched a bit of Auntie's Roadshow, and then we played some games of Shut the Box, and then my older sister went home and she dropped grandma back home on the way back to hers, and I'm now off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today, put that away, and then watch today's Love Island. And hope you guys have all had a lovely week and weekend, and all have a great new week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you with a new vlog coming very soon.